everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I start the video, I just wanted to say happy birthday to myself. Today's my birthday, or at least the day I'm uploading this, it's going to be my birthday. So yay, happy birthday to me. So I saved a particularly special movie for my birthday that I wanted to watch, and it's going to be the animated movie Anastasia. Let me give you a brief history about this movie. I love this movie. This movie by far is my favorite childhood movie. This beats any Disney movie by a long shot. There were times where I used to watch this every day as a kid. I was obsessed with this movie. The songs were great. I love the characters, the kind of love-hate relationship she has with Dimitri, with the acting talent of Meg Ryan and John Cusack, and the singing voice of Liz Calloway. It's such a great animated film. Let's ignore the glaring historical inaccuracies for a minute. When it comes to these animated films based off of real people, sometimes I do feel guilty about liking it so much because this was based on a real person who had a real life, you know? Man, I have such a love for this movie and such a love for the music. I just learned to separate real life from fiction. But anyways, this is also going to be a sing-along. Without further ado, let's get started on Anastasia. Okay, you know how some people on the internet are joking around? They're saying like, oh, now that Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they say like, oh, Anastasia is technically a Disney princess now. I personally don't really like that because Disney didn't animate or produce this movie, you know? Kind of takes away their credit by saying like, oh, it's Disney's ownership now because technically they bought it, but Disney didn't create it.
And that night, no star burned brighter than...
God, Angela Lansbury voiced almost every old woman animated character out there. I love this movie so much. My grandmother actually gave me like a music box, an Anastasia music box. On the wind, across the sea, once upon a December. Did you guys know that's Kirsten Dunst voicing young Anastasia? I bet you didn't know that.
We thought he was a holy man, but he was a fraud.
By the unholy powers vested in me, I banish you with a curse.
Imagine you're 8 years old, me, 8 years old, thinking this is like really what happened in real life. And then when you actually look up the history of the Romanovs and what happened, you're kind of like, what the heck? And the fact that they villainized Rasputin so much.
The spark of unhappiness in our country was fanned into a flame.
Hurry, children!
My music box!
Anastasia! Anastasia!
Girl. There is an uprising, bitch. You really had to go get your music box? Like, I know it's sentimental, but you could die. Your family could die. I'd always thought that the way they animated him landing with his hand like that was so weird.
You'll never escape me, child.
And he just dies so easily.
And my Anastasia,
I never saw her
again.
Since this evolution, our lives have been so great. Goodness for the gossip that gets us through the day. Hey, have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Although the Tsar did not survive, one daughter may be still alive. It's a rumor, a legend, a mystery. Something whispered through an alleyway or through a crack. They say her royal grandmama will pay a royal sum. I got this from the palace. It's lined with real fur.
We'll have 3 tickets out of here. One for you,
One for me, and one for Anastasia. It's the Princess Anastasia who will help us fly. Who else could pull it off but you and me? We'll be rich. We'll be out. Shh. Have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg, a fascinating mystery, the biggest con in history. Alive or dead? Who knows? Shh. That song is so fun.
You've been a thorn in my side since you were brought here. For the last 10 years, I've
Fed you, I clothed you, I've kept a roof over my head.
How is it you don't have a clue to who you were before you came to us, but you can remember all that? You want to go to France to find your family, huh? It's time to take your place in life and in line.
It kind of sucks once you just turn a certain age, you're just out on the street to fend for yourself, no guidance or anything.
Well, I know what's to the left. I'll be Anya the orphan forever. This is crazy. Me? Go to Paris?
Yeah, with what money? Do you have money? Old animated films always has to have a animal sidekick, some way or another.
A dog wants me to go to St. Petersburg.
Oh, bitch. Okay, it's time. Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. Or how the world can seem so fast on this journey to the past. Home, love, family. There was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. Things my heart still needs to know, yes, and bring me home. Why is this song such a banger? It's so good. And it has such a great message.
No exit visa? No ticket!
See Dimitri. He can help.
Conveniently, there's this old woman who knows what's up.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, please.
Grandmama, it's me, Anastasia.
Still no girl to pretend to be Anastasia.
We'll find her, Vlad. She's here.
For a bunch of con artists, they're really comfortable talking about their con plans out loud in public.
Did you hear something?
No.
They're just in the palace. You would think there'd be some squatters in there, like other squatters in there too. And to think, this plot would not have gone forward if it weren't for the dog. The dog is literally the one who made Anastasia go right, the one to go into the palace. Another banger. I didn't even bother putting my mic back down because I knew these songs are basically back to back. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. This is such a beautifully animated scene with the orchestra music, the dancing figures. She's trying to figure out who she is, what her life was before. It's just so beautiful. Someone holds me safe and warm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, things it yearns to remember. And a song someone sings once upon a December. I love this song.
Now, how did you get in here?
How did you get in here? If you could get in, anyone else could get in.
Do you see what I see?
No. Yes.
They say you're the man to see, even though I can't tell you who said that. And what are you circling me? What were you?
Were you a vulture in another life?
Now, you said something about travel papers.
Bro, Dimitri is so attractive for an anime character. How are you not attracted to that? And John Cusack's voice. Oh man.
I know it's strange, but I don't remember. I have very few memories of my past. Well, I do have one clue, however, and that is Paris.
Paris?
Your interests align.
Can you two help me or not?
We're going to Paris ourselves. And I've got three, well, this one is, but I've got 3 tickets.
She should have just grabbed that 4th ticket that he threw away. And then the whole story wouldn't have happened.
I knew you were crazy from the beginning, but now I think you are both mad.
Why? You don't remember what happened to you?
No one knows what happened to her.
You're looking for family in Paris?
And her only family is in Paris.
I guess every lonely girl would hope she's a princess.
And some way,
Me.
one little girl.
I wish that was me. Sans the whole family dying thing.
Why didn't you tell her about our brilliant plan?
All she wants to do is go to Paris. Why give away 1/3 of the reward money?
Bro, that's shady. But then again, if the Grand Duchess did accept her, then she would be rich beyond belief. Like, she wouldn't even need the reward money. She has her own money. I honestly don't blame her for going along with this plan, because it really did seem like possibly that she could be the lost princess. Even if they're just playing her, they made a good argument. And all the pieces just seem to fall together.
Right.
Ow!
How did he injure his wrist like that? She has that gorilla grip.
Anastasia's dead. All the Romanovs are dead.
They're dead. Dead.
If that thing's come back to life, it must mean Anastasia's alive.
What kind of magic? It only lights up again when it's confirmed that she's alive. The magic didn't know already that she was still alive. Seems a little circumstantial, but okay. They really decided to be creative when it came to this little underworld situation.
You're alive?
Yeah, the manner of speaking.
Love me some Christopher Lloyd. I really like how they handled his decomposing. He's supposed to be like magical, so he's not decomposing at like a regular speed. He's not like just a skeleton. He's just like falling apart.
I'm a wreck.
Oh, you and me both.
Considering how long you've been dead, you look pretty good.
Exactly. It's been 10 years. Darker the night I was tossing and turning, a corpse falling to bits. And I opened my eyes and the nightmare was me.
Curse may each of them pay.
But one little girl got away.
Hi, ladies. Listen.
They really made those insects sexy. The Svidanya, Anya, your grace. Farewell. In the dark of the night, terror will strike her. Terror is the least I can do. In the dark of the night, evil will find her. Find her. In the dark of the night, terror comes to doom her. My minions flies for your master. Let your evil shine. In the dark of the night, in the dark of the night, in the dark of the night, she'll be mine. Every song is good. There's no bad song in this movie.
Stop fiddling with that thing and sit up straight. Remember, you're Grand Duchess. Look, Anya, I'm just trying to help, all right?
Vlad knows he's full of shit.
Dimitri, do you really think I'm royalty?
You know I do.
Then stop bossing me around. That was such a great comeback.
She certainly has a mind of her own.
Yeah, I hate that in a woman.
Well, then you'll love that in a woman. No problem. A girl that talks back, that's all you're gonna get in the future. This push and pull, this love-hate relationship they got here. Mwah.
Please, don't talk anymore, okay? It's only gonna upset me.
Fine.
She is who I want to be. I aspire to be this version of Anastasia.
Please remove him from my sight.
What have you done to her?
Me? It's her.
She's already getting that princess attitude.
An unspoken attraction.
Attraction? To that skinny little brat? Have you lost your mind?
See, Vlad knows what's up. Vlad and the dog. Vlad and Puka.
Everything's in red.
Red? Hey.
Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Oh, it's you. Well, that's okay then.
She went She went hard. Queen. Maybe she needs to control her strength a little bit. She crushed his hand before. She crushed his nose now.
Baggage car? There wouldn't be anything wrong with our papers now, would there?
I hate to see you forced to mingle with all those commoners.
When he's bullshitting you like that, you know there's something wrong.
Anybody here?
Yeah, what happened? What happened to the train conductor? Did the little demon things kill the driver? Damn, that's a little dark.
Come on, there's gotta be something in there better than this.
She already lit it.
We've got plenty of track. We'll just coast to a stop.
I was on the edge of my seat every time I watched this as a kid. I was like, oh my god, how are they gonna stop?
Hand me the chain. Not you!
Vlad's busy at the
Sir, it is not the time to complain. Just because you have this weird sexual tension with her does not mean you have to turn away her help.
If we live through this,
Remind me to thank you.
This is our stop!
Why does he have to choke himself like that?
I guess this reliquary's broken.
Why would he just destroy it?
I sold my soul for this. My life, my very existence depends on it.
Oh, sure, blame the bat. What the heck? We're easy targets.
What are you muttering about?
Sir, you were trying to break the reliquary. If anything, it is your fault. Ah! I hate that sound.
Are we gonna walk to Paris?
we'll take a boat in Germany.
Oh, then we're walking to Germany.
No, Your Grace.
At least they're walking in nice weather.
Who is Sophie? She's a tender little morsel. A cup of hot chocolate after
This man is deep in it. He's a simp.
No, nobody ever told me I had to prove I was the Grand Duchess.
You don't know it's a lie. What if it's true?
Okay, Journey to the Past, Once Upon a December, great songs, bangers, bops, classics. But my favorite song in Anastasia is Learn to Do It. I think it's just a really fun number, and it's like them being helpful. I don't know, it's just really fun. This is the song that I would always reenact, and I would play all three characters. So, because this is a little special, I am going to do just that. All right? I'm standing for this song.
So, are you ready to become the Grand Duchess Anastasia?
Way to ruin the mood, Dimitri. Gentlemen, start your teaching. You were born in the palace by the sea, a palace by the sea. Could it be? Yes, that's right. And terrorized the cook, threw him in the brook. Was I wild? All right, I'm ready. Now, shoulders back and stand up tall and do not walk, but try to float. I feel a little foolish. Am I floating? If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it. Something in your nose that there's nothing to it. Now, elbows in and sit up straight and do not slurp the stroganoff. I never cared for stroganoff. She said that like a Romanov. The samovar, the caviar, dessert, and then good night. The names of the royalty. Shot Potemkin in the butkin. Left his vodka. Got it, Anya? No. He had a... And I recall his yellow cat. I don't believe we told her that. If you can learn to do it, I can learn to do it. I simply knew it. Suddenly I feel like someone new. You can learn to do it. Nothing to it. If I can learn it, you guys can learn it too. Hi.
I bought you a dress.
You bought me a tent.
What are you looking for?
The Russian circus. I think it's still in here. Oh my god. As dumb as Dimitri can be, he knows women's fashion. She looks so good. Also. As a kid, I had always thought that it was so weird that her hair was short at the beginning and then she suddenly had long hair. I was like, wait, how'd that happen? Maybe a lot of time passed by, or she just put in extensions. But then it was kind of recently, like a year or two ago, that I was thinking about it, and then I realized at the beginning of the movie her hair was in a bun. Like, it never registered in my mind that that was a bun. I truly thought she had short hair like this and just like put it up like in a little like half updo, and I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out.
Now you are dressed for a ball and you will learn to die.
Oh, I don't think that's ball worthy, but she's very pretty. She could go out on a nice day out to the town.
That dress is really beautiful. I mean, it was nice on the hanger, but it looks even better on you. You should wear it.
I am wearing it.
Oh, right, of course.
Oh my god, he is so smitten. 1, 2, 3, and suddenly I taught her well. I planned it all. I just forgot romance. Glad, how could you do this? How will we get through this? I never should have let them dance. Vlad was literally teasing them about how they have an attraction for one another, and now he's regretting it. Pick a side, man. Pick a side.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Kind of lightheaded, probably from spinning. Maybe we should stop.
We have stopped.
The tension is so palpable. Oh my god.
You're doing fine.
Dimitri! If there was any other sign to know that you were in, that was it. That was it.
Pretty jewelry box, isn't it?
Jewelry box.
Small ass jewelry box if I've ever seen one. I will say, there are certain scenes where you can tell that that's computer generated and it just doesn't really fit. But you know, 1997 was a long time ago. Can't really drag them on that. Watching it nowadays, the animation doesn't hold up as well. But I think it's still pretty good for 1997. I'd always thought this Freddy Krueger type dream turning into nightmare scenario was so cool back then. I mean, Rasputin was kind of useless when it came to killing Anastasia, but his ideas were creative.
Stop! Anya, no! Jump!
Bro, that would be a terrifying nightmare. And the fact that she almost basically killed herself, oh my gosh. The animated Anastasia's father looks a lot like the actor who plays the villain in the Broadway production of Anastasia. They look identical, actually. His name is slipping my mind right now, but he was also in a stage production of Phantom of the Opera. The way Rasputin is choking himself, he's a little freak.
I'll have to kill her myself in person.
I do not like how there is liquid just inside of him like that. He is the representation of half full, half empty cup, half empty body.
Uncle Boris was from Odessa, and every spring we would take.
That woman is way too old to be Anastasia.
My heart can't take it anymore. I will see no more girls claiming to be Anastasia.
You have to have some really big hopes to think that Anastasia would still be alive after you lost her. With the revolution that was going on and like her whole family got killed, I would have assumed that she died.
Oui, monsieur? How did you escape during the siege of...
I bet those other girls pretending to be Anastasia was like, fuck.
There was a boy who worked in the palace.
He opened a wall. Then bam! At that moment, Dimitri was like, that's her! That's her! His look of realization.
So, when do we go and see the Empress?
I'm afraid you don't.
They have terrible timing.
The Dowager Empress and I love the Russian.
Damn, she's shaking her ass for him.
We are going to be off!
She is the princess. When he's suddenly aware of the huge gap between him and her. Lovers! Welcome, my friends, to Petty. Forget where you're from. You're in France. Children come. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Harry holds the key to your heart. Everyone can. You can too. Harry holds the key to her past. No more pretend. You'll be gone, that's the end. Come dance through the night, and one never knows when we'll start. Harry holds the key to so emo. Heart, ooh la la, ooh la la. Sung by Miss Legendary Bernadette Peters. I love her. She's one of my favorite Broadway voices out there. I loved her as the witch in Into the Woods, the stage production. Loved her in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, the live action with Brandy and Whitney Houston. When I visited Paris a few years ago, that song was literally in my head everywhere I went. I was trying to pull out my inner Anastasia.
And you will walk out of her life forever. Princesses don't marry kitchen boys.
You've got to tell her.
Tell me what?
Look at her, looking so royal, so gorgeous, looking swanky. Oh my god, but it's dragging on the floor. I just know that's dirty. She's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at his face.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Dimitri.
Yes.
I like how, like, there are so many scenes where they have the emphasis on the eyes, like the light on the eyes.
Thank you, I guess.
Anya,
Yes?
I wanted to wish you good luck, I guess.
Oh.
Good luck.
And he went in for a handshake. Oh my god.
Haven't you been listening? I've had enough. I don't care how much you have fashioned this girl to look like her, sound like her, or act like her. In the end, it never is her.
She has a point. 10 years waiting for your granddaughter. I cannot blame her.
You're that con man from St. Petersburg who was holding auditions
They're really
to find an
comfortable
Anastasia.
talking about their con plans out loud in public.
You used me? I was just part of your con to get her money?
Wait, but everything's different now. Because you really are Anastasia. You are!
Stop it!
Oh my god. All of this in public. This is so embarrassing for all parties.
I don't want to hear about anything that I said or remembered. You just leave me alone!
That slap held so much emotion. So it's so powerful. I had never wanted to slap a man more than when Anastasia slapped Dimitri. Okay, Dimitri a little crazy for this. He literally kidnapped the Dowager Empress. If that does not make him a criminal to the crown, I do not know what. Kiss that he blows as he's going off into the night.
Oh, I could teach you the latest dance step. It starts with like a whoop, and then you get really crazy with the hips, sir.
We'll let the Grand Duchess Anastasia have her moment.
But who cares?
Then
We'll kill her.
Please forget the girl and get a life.
He thinks it's that easy. He literally sold his soul so that this family would die. I don't think there are takebacks here. That crown is so pretty. Look how glittery it is. And then her dress, I also thought her dress was really pretty. Look at that.
10 million rubles, as promised.
I accept your gratitude, Your Highness. But
I don't want the money. He's happy that she found her family. But that's not gonna feed you, bro. At least take the money. At least take it.
Why the change of mind?
It was more a change of heart.
You know what he was doing there? He knew if he dropped that, the grandma would be like, he's in love with my granddaughter?
You will bow and address the princess as Your Highness.
No, that's not necessary.
Please, goodbye, Your Highness.
This look of longing. What is this? Why don't you guys just talk it out? Why do you give her the impression that you took the money when you did not? I know you're just trying to let her go, make her hate you as you go, but this is just not the way. Especially if Vlad's staying behind. Of course, Vlad's gonna say something.
So long, Mutt. I can't stay. I don't belong here.
Even the dog knows. Even another ball scene. I want that to be me. I want to be there.
I wonder if this is what you really want. You'll always have me.
But is it enough? He didn't take
the money. Whatever you choose, we will always have each other.
The most understanding grandmother. She just got her back and she's telling her that she can leave if she truly wants to.
Puka? Puka.
How that flower would be crushed having been in his pocket. I'm surprised no bodyguards followed her to where she was, or like kept a watch on her at least. I feel like she'd be like a hot target.
Care for a little swim under the ice?
Literally with all that power, he could have easily killed her, but somehow he does not. Either she's so resilient or he's just not really good at killing people.
We lived through this. Remind me to thank you.
Thank me later.
See, this is an example of like the 3D CGI thing in this. It's like mostly 2D and then some little spurts of 3D, and it looks so oddly placed.
No! Anya!
He was willing to jump straight off that bridge for her. That's loud. I couldn't have said it better myself. And then the dog just Puka fucking flies with his ears. This climax! Oh my god, this climax is so good. This is for Dimitri. This is for my family. And this is for you. Das Vidania. What a power move. He was literally on his knees at her feet and she destroyed him. Ew. Ew. His death was always kind of gross to me. And someone out there is breathing in Rasputin ashes. As if this movie would let him die. But he must have a concussion or like a head injury because that cement that hit him was hard.
I thought you were going to St.
I was.
You didn't take the...
I couldn't.
She doesn't even need to say it all out loud. He already knows. God damn it. What a cock block. Is it bad that I think she looks better with like a ripped up dress and like more disheveled hair? I was not really into the clean cut bun look for her.
We'll be together in Paris again soon.
A bientôt.
They've eloped. Isn't it romantic?
I'm Sophie, Sophie is me.
No,
It's a perfect beginning. What a line! Oh my god. What a happy ending. Oh my god. Where is that for me? To be born royal, to have lost my memory at 8, to join a group of con artists to find out where my family is, to find out I'm a princess, to run off in Paris and elope with the love of my life. It's just not fair. Ugh. This movie's so good. This movie's so good. I love this movie. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that the animation, the characters, the plot are all perfect because it's not. But when it comes to these childhood movies and the nostalgia that it brings, it's easy to just look over those flaws. It's like that with this movie for me. I love this movie despite all of its flaws. Anastasia, Anya, is such a snarky, independent young woman. I loved that as a character. Dimitri was also snarky. They were just such a great couple together. I love them so much. Vlad is so lovable. He's that token, older, wise character that Like, you can't really hate. Like, he's kind of just there too. Puka is also kind of just there for me. Don't really have an opinion about Puka. I liked Bartok. Always had like a little soft spot for Bartok. For Rasputin, he's like a decent villain. He's not the best out there. I mean, his methods were creative. I had to give it to him. But he's fairly ineffective. Just for Anastasia, he managed to kill the rest of her family. The songs, I've always loved the songs. The songs are so good. I'm such a big fan of Liz Calloway. The singing voice of Anastasia, she's also the singing voice for Princess Odette in The Swan Princess, and Jasmine for I believe she was singing in the second movie, but I know for sure that she sang in the third Aladdin movie. Whoever wrote, produced, composed the music in this movie, hats off to you. Oh my god. No matter how many times I watch this film, it still gives me the same feeling like how I watched it as a kid. I don't think I'll ever get sick of it. And if I ever have kids in the future, I'm definitely gonna make them watch this with me. I don't know how many of you guys have gone through a little phase where you were obsessed with like a little dark part of history. Like for me, I went through 3 different types of phases. The first one was with Henry VIII. The second one was for Marie Antoinette. The third one was for Anastasia. Real life versus this movie, obviously not real. There were definitely girls out there who did claim to be Anastasia, but it was found that she died alongside the rest of her family. The aftermath of the rumor, the legend of how she could still be alive lives on with this movie. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want, and then I'll see you guys for the next video.